jobAi. My name is Dr. Rez. Let me start with the problem it solves. The resumes are increasingly consumed by the bots and humans in that order. For example, a human would never look at this resume which has scored 38% against a sample job description, which I'll show you in a minute. Um, the irony is, the sad thing is, um, this happens even this happens for the resumes that are aesthetically very pleasing. Look at this resume; it's got all this kind of stuff in it. It's one of my clients, by the way, and I have her permission to share their the her resume and profile in this example. So the irony is, so it's very creative, very eye pleasing, but a human would never get to see it because it didn't score enough on ATS, application tracking system, or a resume filter proxy, which is JobScan, that I'm using. Now, so to this end, the JobScan itself, it's I must commend this tool. It does a great job in terms of giving us some insight into how a bot, a resume filter, or an application tracking system would see it. So the job description, as I mentioned earlier, is copied on the right, and resume is uploaded from here. And I picked up one up, and then I'm showing you the score over here. We can go much further. So JobScan is a third-party tool, neither mine nor affiliated, and it also gives you a breakdown of what are problematic things with the resume compared to the job description that it's scoring against. It's telling you what is missing, what is not missing, other tips and tricks. And one way to go about it is that we keep on fixing these things one by one, and then rescanning to make sure the score goes up. That's one way of doing it. Fortunately, the free version of JobScan only allows you a few scans per month, per day. I believe it's 5 per month. And it requires effort on job seekers' part to do that. On the other hand, what I propose is that we can go much further. I propose that resume generation should also be a product of both humans and machines. One possibility is that the base content is provided by humans as text, or your current resume, which in this case would be, this resume, for example. The placement of text in the revised resume, by the way, this is a revised resume, is done by the machine. The summarization, the font, the layout, the styling, and the optimization against the job description is done by a machine, which is what jobAi does. This also standardizes the resume format and facilitates a better score. Now let's take a look. How does the revised resume score against the job description that we had in question? Job description, again, the same job description, and I uploaded this resume over here, the one I was showing earlier. Now notice this is not as eye pleasing as the other one. It's not as concise as the other one. This is 2-page resume and that's 1-page resume. But the ATS does like this better. So there's a balance between how fancy we get with the layout and formatting and the different graphs and visualizations versus the how plain we want, how fancy we get versus how much ACS is able to read well. Now this brings back to my jobAi. So how jobAi works is that if interested, I can provide you with it's a private beta right now. Namely, it's by invitation only at this point. So the input is that you provide me with your resume and links to job of interest. It could be from any website, any job site, Monster, Indeed, or LinkedIn, or Glassdoor. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. What I'll do, I'll provide a free critique and optimization score after initial work. There's so far no string attached, no expectations. no commitments. You can walk away, I won't mind at all. But if you want the optimized version of your resume using my algorithms, then you would have to pay. And there are some packages over here, three set prices. And let's take a look. So for the basic package, I'm giving a promotion price um, to early adopters. I do all kind of things using my algorithms. But as we move forward with the packages, I provide more and guarantees and better scores. Okay, I also publish a series of articles on LinkedIn on the topic. So by training, I'm a PhD from Queen University. I did a postdoc at York. I also want to mention that I also actually included my you can say remote competitors such as Top Resume and ZipJob, and their starting prices in Canadian dollars and US dollars. And by the way, they don't offer any guarantees on the score, which I do. And the nice thing about is since JobScan is a third-party tool not related to jobAi, the optimization are transparent. You can go in, when I give you the resume, you can go in and with the job description you provided me, you can go check in the score with JobScan as well. With this, the optimized resume, the intent is that we at least for sure know that our resume beats the resume filter. Now, the nice thing about this is when you upload this job optimized resume on job sites such as Monster or Indeed, we want recruiters to call us. We want them to do the heavy lifting because applying for each job takes a lot of time. So if they do the heavy lifting, we are still good. We still like that. We do like that. I like that. As a serial contractor, people contact me. I want that to happen instead of me actually looking out for jobs and filling in details and providing covering letter and reaching out to people on LinkedIn. Now, a question arises: how legitimate I am, right? So some of my I've asked some of my users to give me a Google review. When I click on this, this will come up. So, so some of my users over here are giving me reviews and stuff. And this is how I look like too. So the articles I was mentioning on LinkedIn, I have a series of articles on LinkedIn. I do want people to get jobs. I do want people to benefit from my findings, my research. And I talk about this in various articles as well. Lastly, I'm going to show you some, and by the way, I get likes on that too, so that speaks to, and views and likes. That speaks to how many people think what I'm saying makes sense. All right, so the last thing I want to show you is different scores that for the people who came to me is in this case 32%. Maybe I'll pick another one, 34%. Another one, 42%. Let's check another 49%. This is before and after. Let me show you that to 94%, 83%, 95%, 97%. All right. Okay. So I hope I have been able to convince you that optimizing your resume, regardless of me or somewhere else, and beating the resume filter is a must thing to have, must thing that needs to be done. And I hope I trust I can win your business as well. Thank you. And if you need to get hold of me, you can go to my LinkedIn profile. Right now it's open. You can reach out to me. My name is Rizwan Mian. As well as you can email me. I'll leave the email in the whenever I upload my video, I'll leave my email there as well. Thank you very much.